There are so many people that are within this country that don't actually care about defending this country. Now, would I defend this country? War in these days and times has become very political. It always is political, but it's become very political, and I don't want to be a political pawn in something. Now, if I actually trusted the government that I actually was under, I would go to war for them. Doesn't matter where I was. If I trusted the government and trusted the reasons that the government was sending me to war, I would probably go to war. However, can we trust this government? I don't know.
These are war games on an overwhelming scale.
Funerals of soldiers killed in Ukraine have become a daily occurrence.
This is truly a crisis waiting to happen.
Israel's fighting Hezbollah, Iran and Iraq are mad, and the US has its fingies in the pie. China wants Taiwan, and Putin wants to reunite the USSR. Is it just me, or are things feeling, tenuous lately? Are you also Googling things like best place to live during World War III? No, just me? Well, I think we can all agree that there are a lot of unknowns on the global geopolitical scale right now, and while I try to stay focused on issues within the United States, usually, today I wanted to look outside our borders because all the stuff going on out there feels very pressing. Are we looking down the barrel of a new world war? What would that even look like? How would that end? How could the outcomes of a third world war shape the world as we know it? Are we on the brink of World War III?
Would you go to war for this country?
Would you go to war for this country?
Why? Why would I go to a country? I mean, if you're saying to me, why would I support a team to win the World Cup, whatever, it's because I'm behind them and I understand what they're going through and I'm part of it. But would you go to war for this country? Let me ask you, go to war for this country. Why are we at war? Answer me that first, and why are we at war? Don't give me no long story.
A lot of people would say that you're ungrateful then. A lot of people would.
I'm ungrateful. Please don't tell me about the First World War and the Second World War, because those are different things, right? It's a very different time, right? Now, I think we're living in a time now, if you come to me and put the yellow feather on me, I'll wear it like a fucking badge, bruv. I'll wear it like a badge of pride, because go to war, because the war, what is you're not even doing nothing with the war. It's of no benefit to the people. And yes, I tell you when I would go to war. I go to war when I see all those people making the decisions about us going to war, when I see them standing on the front line and not just with their medals that they got for fucking egg and spoon race, right? When they show me why lead from the front and not from the back. So, you know.
But we don't live in that time now when people lead from the front and not the back.
And you said that. So that's why I wouldn't be going to work, because we don't live in those times. And would I go to war for this? You see, go to war for the country. It's funny.
So then would you say that the war's more... Go on.
We're living in a time where we have seen man like Elijah Farrakhan. We've seen him mobilize 1 million people because of what they believe in, because they believe in what he's saying. Man, I heard that in this country they ain't even got enough people like in the army to fill up the Man City football ground. So to me, I don't want to be part of that fodder. No.
All right, so would you say the war's more political, than it is for the people?
Mate, from when you saw the war about Yemen the other day, not the war, when Britain and America is bombing Yemen, and the first thing they talk about is the loss in terms of revenue before they talk about loss of life, I think you've answered your own question there. I'll defend myself if you're coming for me or for my family. But to me, it's almost like, you see, I'm a black man, and people have been coming for us for years, and we just have to grin and take it. So, and then you want to talk about other things, but like, let's look at the war and look at the amount of black people and people of colour that have fought for this country, and they haven't even had a recognition. So to me, you're calling on me when you need me because it's at the 11th hour, and now you're desperate. You're getting Mr. Mandarin and the Home Guard now, bruv. That's what's coming now. It's not about boots on the ground. It's not about boots on the ground. They're sending drones out there to shoot people, bruv. It's not about having numbers like that. So why would I go to war? What am I going to war to do? It's like one of those old-time movies where you send us to another planet to go and fight aliens. It means nothing. It's actually, to me, no. The answer to your question...
Answer to the question is no.
The answer to the question is a big no.
Is how far are we away from war?
How far are we away from war? Well, let me just say, we're very close to war if the wrong decisions are made. And what causes me serious concern was something that happened within a few weeks of this conflict beginning. Who was the Prime Minister of
Germany.
of Israel at the time?
Oh, Israel.
Naftali Bennett. Naftali Bennett.
I was going to say the old one. What was his name?
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu.
No, Netanyahu's come back again.
He's come back again.
Yeah. He's the Jewish yo-yo man.
Okay.
Yeah, he always comes back. And Naftali Bennett at the beginning of this conflict, so a few weeks in, said that he came out and he publicly stated that he has been stopped by the US and the UK, from brokering a peace deal between dancing clown Zelensky.
I was about to get into him, you know.
Well, we're going to get into him in a moment. Between dancing clown Zelensky and President Putin. And
So
unfortunately, just one moment, Naftali Bennett, the Israeli Prime Minister, was prevented from doing so. That shocked me.
So-
because everybody tells me that the Jews rule the world, but they certainly don't rule in this one because he had zero influence. And not only that, Naftali Bennett was forced to walk back on the comments that he made.
Which were?
The comments that he said that Britain and America stopped him from brokering a deal.
What do you mean he had to walk back on them?
A walk back. So initially he said that he was stopped, and then afterwards he says, "Well,
wasn't
actually,
really
I wasn't really stopped." So
So why would he say it in the first place?
well, as I said to you, Naftali Bennett was clearly speaking the truth, and when he spoke about the behaviour of the British, I mean, you saw the maniacal behaviour of Boris Johnson and head racist and child sniffer Joe Biden. In fact, I'll take that back because this is a serious video.
He said child sniffer.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. I'm actually going to take that back because we're really in serious times, and I really shouldn't go into ad hominems. But the truth is that when someone as powerful as the Israeli Prime Minister is slapped down, then something clearly is going on in the background that we are not seeing.